Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Nkululeko Msomi, and I wanted to have a chat about networking and what it means to network as a millennial leader and as a social entrepreneur in the year 2021. I firstly would love to say networking is not about how many people you know online. It's really not about attending an event and handing out as many business cards as possible. I think networking has to be about adding value in a conversation. Networking really revolves around the concept of having thoughtful and meaningful network of people around you. And when you're adding value, it really revolves around the idea of if you're adding value to a conversation into your network, the network of people, that is where you actually find where a good network and adding value and just being friendly really leads up to where you lifting other people up. So you lift up your network. You're not just someone who just takes and takes from your network, but rather you give back and you feed back into your actual network. Give you a crazy and simple example. For those people who would say, yeah, I don't know how to network or this network thing is not for me. If you ever attended a sports event, do you understand that in some form you've actually networked? For example, let's use rugby or football or golf. Any one of those examples, you choose. It's a group of people, strangers, coming together for a common goal or a common purpose. And in that case, they're coming to spectate or they're coming to view a particular sports event. Same can apply in business. You can literally start a conversation with the people around you and start interacting by the thing that has brought you guys all together. And that is a particular sport, a particular event, or just really a particular topic as well. So having then a good impression, still speaking under the umbrella of networking. If you and I are seated in a dinner table, for example, or we're seated somewhere or we're at a particular event and we're having a conversation and, I'm participating, I'm proactive and you're proactive as well. If you've had if you've had a good impression, I'm actually going to remember you from there. If you had given me a business card, I will remember, oh, hey, this business card belongs to, oh yeah, this individual speaks to this. Or if you exchange LinkedIn contacts or just general contacts or whichever form, that still forms part of actual networking. So it's about having a great impression, a valuable impression. Another element that I learned with, networking and stuff, and how I sort of have the mentors that I have now. And if you know of me and some of the things that I really value are those of my pillar structures and people I really rely a lot. So my mentor-mentee program. Most of my mentors are actually, I know them because someone else referred me to them. But further, taking it further from there, if you're someone where you don't know really how to connect to your mentor, this is probably like, in an entrepreneurship business space, this is the space that I'm speaking about. Join an organization where they give of their time, where they serve, where it's an NPO or NGO. And from there, then you'll find that when you interact with them, it'll be much easier to reach out to a particular individual in the space where they serve in. So consider that as well. So, just a few thoughts on networking, some bullet points to consider for networking. Is networking for everyone? Everything can be learned about networking. What do you do in a situation where network, which has actually happened to me before, where how do you know where to draw the line between networking or like having a conversation with someone and starting to flirt with someone or hit on someone? So what I would then say over there is try and keep things as professional as possible. Also, coming back to the element of the whole networking thing, know why you're reaching out to someone. In minutes, I can, even sometimes seconds, I can quickly pick up that this person has got no direction and just really wants to converse with me. Or I've also been in situations where I was like, yeah, no, this is the biggest person in the room. They hold this position and all of that, and I just want to speak to them randomly. Next point, lead a conversation. You lead a conversation under networking, or you lead a conversation by knowing what the intent is and what the end goal is. The end goal can be multiple things. It could be, I need an introduction towards someone else. I need financing, or I merely just want to be in your presence as well. Next point, my rule of thumb is if we've networked somewhere, if we've interacted and conversed somewhere, my rule of thumb is within 48 hours, always reach out to them in whichever way necessary. You can obviously use your discretion here. I would normally just drop a text, hey, it was great, meeting you, or, great having a conversation with you. Also, the other thing, which is also like very important, which I might have missed earlier, is if you can't assist someone in what they are looking for, because chances are you're also looking for something and they'll probably want something in exchange. If you can't assist them, chances are you don't have to force it. You don't have to lie about, I can do this, I can do that. No, not really. But what you can do is if you know of someone who's great at that particular space or that particular field, then refer them to that individual. That works as that forms part of networking as well. Then the next kind of thing that I really want to speak about, the last topic really that I want to just converse about, is having a conversation with synergy. So there must be some sort of synergy that exists between the network you're trying to build and where you are right now. For example, I'm trying to get into the space of, well, I'm not trying to get into, but I'm already involved in the space of social entrepreneurship, impact investing, global speaking, and the likes. And anyone then sort of who wants to converse around that, we need to have some sort of synergy. Either they are trying to get into the space or they are looking for someone within the space, and we just interact and converse from there. That all literally forms part of networking as well. Really pretty much about my thoughts on what networking is in the year 2021 and as a social entrepreneur, as a millennial leader. Greatest take home from this whole video: add value, be friendly, lift up others, and subscribe to the channel, click like. But yeah, I mean, also if you have your own thoughts as well about what networking could be or what networking is, and I could have missed something, shoot it through as a comment and let's have a discussion from there as well. Super.